in Kampala, Uganda. He joins us via Skype. Julius, we hear reports of an explosion that has left one person dead. Can you tell us more about that?
I was speaking to police earlier, and police told me that one boy has been confirmed dead after an explosion went off at around 6 p.m. local time. Freddie Nanga, the spokesperson of Ugandan police, told me, however, that they are ruling out terrorism because this is a place where the Ugandan military once trained, and they suspect that this is one of the explosions they must have left behind some time back. So they have told people to remain calm. Police is in charge. But on top of that, 8 of the boys who are playing with the one who has died have been hospitalized. But so far they've not confirmed if any of the others died.
So now the elections are tomorrow. There must be a buzz on the ground. What's the mood like on the ground as we speak?
I should say the long-awaited 4 days here. This campaign kicked off a month back. Ugandans are waiting for this day to come. It's just the night poll, and then the next day Ugandans are voting. Those who are willing to keep those who are supporting the incumbent cannot wait to extend his 4 years in power. But the opposition seems confident that for a first time history is going to change when Ugandans will have to change the leader using an election, because previously Uganda has never changed the leader through the ballot.
Now, the more than 60% of the voters are young people born after President Yoweri Museveni came to power. How confident can the president be in view of this?
President Yoweri Museveni is aware of this. And I imagine he drafted his manifesto together with his people, knowing very much that it's important to reach out to the youth. That's why when you realize he had a campaign message, he's lined with young people at heart, attracting musicians, trying to win the heart of the young people. But again, you need to consider also the fact that most of these young people would want to see change. So you cannot say that the ruling party is very confident of winning the heart of all the young ones.
Now, you have critics who have spoken harshly about the lack of job creation. How serious is this?
Very serious it is, because when you look at the number of people who graduate from universities, people who graduate from tertiary institutions, they cannot find jobs. More than 50% of them, they cannot find jobs. And this is pain, this is biting to them, and it's been a very big issue on Mr. Museveni's government. So it's going to play a big role in this election, I imagine.
Now, some analysts say that the electorate is becoming lethargic, with opposition sympathizers tired of trying to defeat Mr. Museveni. Is this what one gets on the ground?
On the ground, yes, there are some people who might say they are really not going to vote because they think, okay, they are not sure if their candidates will win, and some of them have given up on going to vote. But the biggest message, especially by the main opposition candidate, Dr. Kizza Besigye, he has called on people not to give up, to go in big numbers, to go early in the morning and cast their ballots, and we hope come tomorrow, many people who have given up might change their mind and go and vote.
Now, some opposition circles say the election will not be free or fair. Why are they saying this?
Maybe they are saying this because of the history of the country's democracy. In 2003, Dr. Besigye said his election was rigged. In 2011, it was the same story. So 2016, I don't think he has seen a big change. The opposition in Uganda had called for some electoral reforms, which were not addressed 100%. And Dr. Besigye kept on saying, okay, this is a campaign of defiance. They believe that the current electoral body, the way it is instituted, is not the best to conduct a free and fair election. So they base most of their arguments on the current leadership at the electoral body, and the fact that the electoral reforms that they put forward were not 100% implemented.
Now, you have had sporadic reports of violence in the last few hours. Have these abated?
The past 3 months of campaign, some observers had said they were largely peaceful. Not until this week when we saw the main opposition leader, Dr. Besigye, being arrested. When Besigye was arrested, of course, there was a huge collision between police and his supporters. Some people say there was lack of tolerance at that point. and eventually one person died, which was very unfortunate, and several other people injured, including a police officer. So if we draw back to how the campaigns have been in the country, and they were largely peaceful, if you're gonna go into election with the same mindset, elections could be peaceful. But again, if what happens on Monday occurs again, possibly tomorrow or a day after, there's a chance that violence could be there here and there, much as government has already assured people that it's going to be peaceful.
Well, thank you very much indeed for that update. That was our correspondent Julius Mugambwa joining us via Skype from Kampala, Uganda.